Hey, it's Kristen, and I'm making my no-bake strawberry shortcake icebox cake. Now, we love this dessert around our house. We make it all the time in the summer. It's make ahead, it couldn't be easier, and it is just so delicious. I love it. So we're gonna start by making our homemade whipped cream, which is one of the 3 layers in the cake. If you've never had homemade whipped cream, you are in for such a treat. It is so delicious. So I have 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. Gotta go full fat here. It really makes a difference. The other stuff won't whip. So make sure it's very cold. And I'm gonna put it in the bowl of an electric mixer. And I have chilled this in the freezer for actually overnight, but 10-15 minutes, just make sure it's really cold. And I fitted the whisk attachment on the mixer. And I put that in the freezer too. So I'm gonna add the heavy whipping cream into the bowl. It's 3 cups, and then I'll add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Add that. And then I'm just gonna get this started on low speed. So we'll let that start whipping, and then I'm gonna start slowly incorporating 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar. So I'll sprinkle that in slowly. And as I do this, the heavy whipping cream is gonna start to thicken up. And once it gets a little bit thickened, I'll increase the speed and keep whipping until the whipped cream is nice and fluffy and thick. I've been whipping the cream for about 3 minutes, gradually increasing the speed as I got thicker and thicker. And now you can see that we have whipped cream, nice and thick and just lightly sweetened. It's so good, you'll love it. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and then we're gonna get started on our next layer in the cake, which is the strawberries. While the whipped cream is in the fridge, I'm gonna get to work on slicing some strawberries. I have about 1 pound already sliced, and I'm gonna slice an additional 1/2 pound for 1.5 pounds total. And I'm gonna slice these into thick slices. And the cake is layers of our homemade whipped cream, these sweet sliced strawberries, and store-bought cookies. It's super simple, yet really impressive, and it's rustic. I mean, it just checks all the boxes. I'm gonna finish slicing these strawberries, and then we'll get to layering. All the strawberries are sliced, so it's time to layer our cake, our no-bake cake. So I just have an 8x8 baking dish here, and I'm gonna add a dollop of our whipped cream and just spread that into an even layer on the bottom here. Maybe about 1 cup, maybe about 3/4 cup. Really, there's nothing precise about this recipe, so just kind of go with your gut. Next, we're gonna layer in some crispy sugar cookies. Now, I'm using gluten-free sugar cookies because I need to eat gluten-free, but truly any store-bought crispy cookies, these are crispy, not soft, will do the trick. So we'll just layer these in. I usually get about 9 from my bottom layer, and feel free to break these up if you need to. Again, this dish is really rustic and no frills. All right, I'm gonna add another layer of our whipped cream. Spread that over the top. And the whipped cream and the juices from the strawberries will help soften the sugar cookies. This will sit overnight once it's all assembled, and you'll slice the next day or even the day after that. It really just gets better as it sits. So the cookies get nice and soft, kind of like cake, except it's no bake, of course. So then we'll add a layer of strawberries, and you do not need to be precise when adding these strawberries. I tend to try and save some pretty looking strawberry slices for the top, but the middle layer, have at it. So after this first layer of strawberries, I'm gonna add another layer of cookies, and then I'll repeat the whipped cream strawberry cookie layer again until we've used up all our ingredients. I'm on my 3rd and last layer of fresh strawberries. And like I said, I kind of try and keep the pretty strawberry slices for the end and make a nice little pattern. It just looks nice when you pull it out for guests especially. And then I'm gonna cover the top loosely with saran wrap and refrigerate it for at least 18 hours. Like I said, the sugar cookies will get nice and soft from the whipped cream and the strawberries, and it'll make it really easy to slice. So I'll cover this up and pop it in the fridge. Our cake has refrigerated overnight, so we are ready to slice it up. And you can see the crispy sugar cookies have sat overnight in the whipped cream and the strawberries. They're really soft and easy to slice through. And again, this is a rustic dish, so don't worry if your slices don't turn out perfect. It's totally fine. It'll still taste delicious. And there you go. You can see the layers of sugar cookies, homemade whipped cream, which you will love, and those thickly sliced strawberries too. This is just the perfect summer dessert. I hope you love it.